Hi everyone, welcome to the session. And now let's talk about data structure list. So we have four data structures: list, tuple, set, and then dictionary. Now let's discuss about list data structure. So let's see, before entering into list data structure, that we need to understand few important concepts. So list will accept homogeneous data types. List will accept heterogeneous data types, and then list will accept duplicate elements, and list is mutable, and list will accept indexing, and list will accept slicing, and then list can store data in square brackets, so with comma separated values. So now these are the important components about list data structure. Now let's see one by one. Now when you say homogeneous, homogeneous means same kind of data. Same kind of data we can store. So same kind of data you can say A equal to 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Then you can see print of A. Then confirm that whether it is a list or not. You can use a built-in function type of A. So when we execute now, it will be the list. Now we got cross verification done. Okay, this is completely list. Now homogeneous means same kind of data. So that means if you want to identify whether it is the same kind of data or different kind of data, then what you need to do is you need to write like loop, or you can say for I in A, then you can say print of, you can give like this. Okay, so you can do in a different way, but just I'm giving you for to understand. Just confirm that each element what data type. So then you can execute now. See now, whatever the elements are there in data structure, then 1, 2, 3 all are integers. That means same kind of data we have. So that means list will accept homogeneous. Same thing, list will accept heterogeneous also. That you can give like A equal to then 1. Then you can say here string you can give, and then false you can see, and then here you can give floating values also, then you can give complex also. That means you can able to generate heterogeneous values. We can store heterogeneous means different kind of data. That's it. So now same thing you can say print of A, cross verify whether it is a list or not. You can see type of A, then execute here. So it's done. It is a list. Now confirm that for I in A, then you can say, don't worry about the loop syntax. Loop classes we can explain about with the syntax. Don't worry. Okay. So then now you can see print of, then I, you can give anything, not a problem. Then you can see type of A. That's it. Execute. So now it is, now we can say type means it's a type of, sorry, we can see here I. Okay, when we give A, then whole list will come. Now we need to give I here because we are storing in the loop variable. When we execute now, see now, 1 is integer, India is string, false is bull, 30.9 is float, and 3 plus 4j is complex. So we can say list can accept heterogeneous data types, and list can accept duplicate elements also. How it will be, you can say 1, 2, 3, then you can say again 1, 2, 3. So then try to give print of A, then you can say print of type of A. Now take the length now. Okay, then how you can say print of len function is there, then you can use len, then execute. So we are giving len function to identify how many elements are there in the list data structure. Now we have got 6. That means it is accepting duplicate also. How we can say it is counting duplicate element also. If it is not accepting, then we can get 3 only, but it is giving 6. That means we can able to act. So list data structure will accept duplicate elements also. Now list is mutable. So mutable in the sense, as we have seen in a previous class, mutability and immutability concept. Mutability means which we can able to modify. So now you take same example only. Okay, then what you need to do here, just you can try to give a dot append. Okay, append of, then you can say one element you have taken. Now try to run same thing here. Okay, then appending means adding existing data. So now see here, we have added one element here, we have appended an existing data, then count is changed, that means 6 to 7. So when the count is changed 6 to 7, from 6 to 7, then it is modified. So what is the mutability concept here? Whatever the object, if it is accepting any modification, either appending or in, or you can say updating, okay, or deleting, whatever you take, if it is accepting, then that data structure can be called it as a mutable object. So now list is mutable. We can do lot of things also, not a problem, but what we need to understand, whether it is accepting duplicate or not is a important here. So you can try to delete also. Okay, same thing you can say. So you can see here, you can use del function and then delete off. Then you can say any element, okay, element like a of 0. Then try to execute and then see now it's previously we have 6 elements, now we have 5. That means it is deleting element from the list. That's why list is mutable object. Okay, so now list will accept indexing and slicing. So now what we can say here, when we observe here a equal to any value take, like you can say water, you can say juice, whatever something you can take it. Okay, fruits. Now I'm just taking int of a, then int of type of a. Up to now we don't have any problem. Now it is a list. Now I want to get value water now. So what we need to do, we can do indexing. So indexing we have seen in the last class, indexing classes. So positive and negative index we can see. So print of, now we can say print of a, then water. Water in the sense, if we positive index starts from 0. So that's why if we give 0, then expected output will be water. Then if we give -1, if we give -1, what will happen? Then it is a negative index and it will do from -1. So negative index number will start from -1 only. But unexpectedly, if you are giving out of index number, like you can say 3, then you can get error like index error, list index out of range. So if you need proper explanation about indexing, just watch indexing classes. Okay. Then if you are able to, even if you are to give out of index number for minus or negative also, you can get list index out of range. But we have to use indexing within the assigned number only, array assignment number only. So that means now a equal to, same example you take, then here list slicing. So it's not depend on indexing here 0, then if you give 3. So that means if we execute here, we are getting all values. So that means it starts from 0, 1, 2, 3. That means whole values will come. Here only 3, we have 4 elements here. So 3 we have given. Now if we observe here, when we execute here 0 to 2, now we can get only 2 elements. So starting with 0, then 1, it is only 0 to 1 is coming. Then 2, 3, so 2 is not coming because it will works like, so you can observe in slicing classes also, it will act as a M, so like this. So starting number and end number always with -1. So if it is there 0 to 2, then it will internally it has an operation like 2 - 1. So that means you can say 0 to -1 is 1. So it will act as a 0 to 1. That's why water 0, then 1 is used. That's why 2 is not coming. So make sure it is only important component here in slice, only one issue. But if you give out of 20,000 also, not a problem, because slicing not depends on indexing. So whatever the values it will result, it will display, then after that it will release the memory. So it won't care. Okay, so that means slicing is, it's not depend on indexing, then it won't have any authority to control here. Okay, so that means you can give wherever, from wherever you want. You need from 1 to 3,000. So that means whatever 30,000. So from 1, 0 is not coming. So that means 1 is coming. 1 to 30,000. That means the next two elements only display, remaining thing it won't care. So it will not throw any error. Make sure whenever you find this symbol, this is called slicing operator. So slicing operator, if you find it, then that is called slicing concept. So make sure if it is not there, then that will be indexing. Okay, if you take like 30,000 directly, then understand it is drawing, it is act as index, list index out of range. So make sure this will be, if you slicing in the sense, there will be a slicing operator. That's it. So these are all about list data structure. Okay, so now we can confirm that list will accept homogeneous, heterogeneous, and then duplicate elements, and list is mutable, and then list will accept indexing, and list will accept slicing, and it is storing the data in the form of square brackets. So this is all about data structures. We'll see the next data structure in the next class. Thank you very much.